Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor, hit that like button. Also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to our YouTube bridge where we can share our love, our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Captains, we did a recent video on our channel regarding this blog right here, but I wanted to go over it one more time because there was a new bit of information, hopefully, that we got that, well, as you can see in the thumbnail, captains, that we might be getting this ship for free. So what we'll do is go over that, drop the 2 ECs, of course, and then at the end give our conclusion. So in our last video, we saw that Star Trek Online actually commented on the USS Resolute, which is of course from Star Trek Resurgence. Again, Star Trek Resurgence tweeted out, or X'd out, or however you want to call it still, because a lot of people still refer to X as Twitter. It's hilarious, actually. But we're proud of our hero ship, and the interest fans have shown in the USS Resolute hasn't gone unnoticed. On that note, notice anything unusual about these shots? And of course, we had our 2 ECs on that this was actually taken from Star Trek Online. Hence why we were so excited on that, because this was the hero ship of Star Trek Resurgence. And even though, yes, it is just a Centaur class, definitely 100% a Centaur class, but it had a different deflector, and the deflector makes all the difference. And I think, at least for me, and with the Legendary Inquiry, that new deflector that we got made the difference, you know. And I just think it just helps my immersion, helps our immersion to those who are actually wanting the ship, because I know I'm not the only one that wants this ship. Now, there was a bunch of captains who also commented in that video there that it was confirmed also, so shout out to you, Caps, for letting us know. But the piece of new information that I wanted to go over is this. But before that, actually, we want to show this because this was a tweet that I was looking for when we did this video, which was from Thomas himself. So Thomas Marone, of course, is one of our devs from Star Trek Online, and we all know that he can bring any ship to Star Trek Online as long as he builds it, or they build it, in game. That's the permission they have, and that's what we've been seeing. And it started, I believe, with the Valkyrie fighters, and that trend is continuing. We got the Kodai fighters, and hopefully we get more. But you can see him here, what his comment was. It's Jabba the Hutt laughing, and it's a GIF. Well, we know that it's a hearty laugh, so he knows, he's in the know, that this is actually coming to Star Trek Online. Now, huge shout out to our cap in the Discord. Darth was the one who posted this on the Discord, but he captured this, which was absolutely hilarious. So we'll just read it out here. So, claim the Resolute from Star Trek Resurgence. So this was actually leaked out, we believe, there Friday, October 16th. Now again, here's the still saying tweet. So take this with a grain of salt, but this is not the first time it's happened where blogs were actually accidentally released, captured, screen captured, and then of course we knew that that certain sort of event reward or ship was coming out because of that. Oops, big oopsie. So let's read this out. So, fly her apart then, Captain Sulu's immortal words as he raced to assist the Enterprise A in Star Trek VI are a reminder of the excitement that comes when starships team up. Now, 2 Star Trek games are coming together for an exciting crossover for fans of both games. And Caps, you know we're a fan, definitely a fan of Star Trek Resurgence. We love the story of that, and I just hope we get more story, or that same type story we got there, because that playthrough was just amazing in story-wise. I just felt like I was captivated, and they really did capture Star Trek, in my opinion. And it would be just great if they kept going with sort of like DLC content, because we would be on top of that like crazy. But to celebrate the upcoming physical release of Star Trek Resurgence, the USS Resolute, their hero ship, will be available to Star Trek Online captains for free. for free. That is amazing. If this is true, that is absolutely awesome. And can I get a yes, yes? Because that's pretty awesome. Because the sort of thought of this was we were going to get this in a promo box. Why? Well, because just like ships that are being put, or assets being put into Star Trek Online, the recent release of the Theseus was an IDW comic ship and the hero ship of that specific comic series, and they put that in a lockbox ship. So naturally, I thought, a lot of others thought, that this was going to be an actual lockbox ship. Having said that, if this is true, look at that, for free from October 12th to November 30th. So this is a limited time. So we wanted to bring attention, of course, to this as best as we can, not only with that first initial video, but with this video as well. And of course, when this actually drops, we'll go over it once again, just to try to bring attention to it and make sure that captains who want the ship, you don't have to get the ship, but if you want it, it's going to be available, but only from October 12th to November 30th. A Centaur class refit and survivor of the Dominion War, this starship serves as a science vessel. So that's pretty awesome. And I think I did say that it was a science vessel in Resurgence. And it would be pretty cool if we had kind of just a sci version. Again, it was just for the immersion. And captains, you know, if this does happen, we are going to do a immersion build for ourselves here on the channel. So look out for that if this is real. So it serves as a science vessel on the frontier of Federation space and would be a valuable asset to any captain's fleet. By claiming the Resolute, Star Trek Online players will unlock it as a new visual option for any of their Federation light cruiser variants. So any of the Miranda variants. Now that is awesome because that ship already has a plethora of visual options that you can do with it. It's crazy how many options that thing has, and you can kit bash it to the nth degree. And now we get a new part to actually get to kit bash it, but because all we get here is just a new deflector. So I'm up for that. And the positioning, of course, of the pylons on this, and I believe these themselves are new, but regardless, that's awesome. So I'm not sure if this is a skin or a ship itself. It doesn't really say, but we'll keep going here. So Star Trek Resurgence is a narrative-driven adventure game developed by ex-Telltale developers, Dramatic Labs, and is set after the events of the Next Generation. It features Captain William T. Riker, voiced of course by Jonathan Frakes, and Ambassador Spock in a story tied to events seen in Season 1 of TNG. Players take on the roles of the Resolute's first officer and one of its lower decks engineers, making choices that will shape the course of the story and the fate of the galaxy. In addition to the Resolute giveaway, players can also pre-order Star Trek Resurgence from participating retail stores to receive the Star Trek Online Federation Elite Starter Pack for consoles and a free digital download of issue of one of the Resurgence comic book prequel. So that's pretty cool. So you get this. It says on consoles though. So Star Trek Online Federation Elite Starter Pack for consoles. I don't know why it wouldn't be for also PC, but regardless, we already have this game, so we kind of missed that. But captains, if you haven't tried Resurgence and you really want like story, and I know Star Trek Online we played because especially what really hooked us was the story of Star Trek Online. I believe you will love this story. So I highly recommend you getting this game, captains, because Resurgence was really good and it really did actually itch that Star Trek story need, especially at a time where Star Trek Online story is like drip drip in terms of story. We get like one new story every quarter. That was very welcome. So again, if this is real, by claiming the Resolute, the Star Trek Online players will unlock it as a new visual option. So I'm not sure if this is a skin. I'm not sure if this is a new ship. I don't care either way. We'll get it for either reason. New ship is always welcome. Skin, new visual skin option, always welcome. But again, only from October 12th to November 30th. So again, captains, we wanted to bring attention to this. And of course, again, huge shout out to Darth. And this is the reason why we're doing this video again, is to bring attention to this bit of information that if it's true, I keep saying that because I don't want to say it's 100% until it is actually the time that it does release. So look out for that announcement, captains, and of course you know that we'll be covering it here on the bridge. So with that said, hit that like button. Also, again, let us know in the comments below if you are wanting the ship, and if so, what do you think we're gonna get? Just the skin or the ship? I'd like to know. And of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing here to the YouTube Bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.